Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio, and today I am doing another Mixed Media Pick 10 art journal page. This time I am doing it on an index card. I decided to do a quick one, and the easiest way to do it quick is to do it small. The first prompt was to scribble something that only you could read. And I know this was all gibberish. I was just filling up the paper, and yeah, I can't really read it either anymore. I don't think I could really read it then either. And at this point, I don't really know what direction I'm going to take with this. I just figured I'd take one prompt at a time and see where I end up. Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, the next prompt was use water-soluble media, so I am pulling out the Neocolor 2 watercolor crayons, and I'm just going to color with them, and then we'll add water. And the reason I picked those colors, the blue and the black, is because I like blue, and the black because I wanted a dark edge. Or at least that's what I was thinking in the beginning. So now I'm just going to add some water. And you know, in retrospective, when I'm watching myself paint this, I'm like thinking, stop now. Just stop now. It looks good. You don't need to keep going. But I feel like I need to fill up that white spot. I didn't really want any of my words showing, so I add more color, and I really don't like how the scribble on top of the water is looking. And so I scribble it in a lot, try to rub it with my fingers. It's not blending very well, so we're just going to fill the whole center in with this blue watercolor crayon. And then I tried blending it with a baby wipe that's dry. It didn't work either. Brush over it, work it to death, and yeah, now it's time to give up. So it doesn't look too bad after it's dry. So the next one was to add at least one piece of ephemera, and I had this old postage stamp, so I figured I would just use it. I don't have a lot of ephemera, though I have ordered some, so I'm excited to get it. And then the next was to add pastels, but I don't have any pastels, so I figured I would use, these are, oh, what brand are they? They're Prang, non-toxic soft crayons, and they're kind of like gelatos a little bit, so I figured I would use them. And I'm just adding more blue around the edges to darken the edges a bit. Okay, so this next prompt is to paint without looking, with your eyes closed. So I do set up the paint first, and I figured the easiest thing to paint would be like twigs or branches. Have a bird, we can do twigs or branches. That's just like squiggly lines, right? So I'm using my hand to, you'll see, I'm covering up the stamp so that I don't accidentally paint over it, and I kind of give myself a little bit of orientation. Now I'm psyching myself up for it. Okay, we're gonna paint. Like, I had a really hard time painting with my eyes closed. That was really hard to not look. And I figured if I started at the bottom, worked my way up, I couldn't do too badly, right? Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like branches. So the next one, prompt, is to turn your work upside down for the next 3 prompts. It says doodle your favorite color. My favorite color is blue, so I grabbed my Molotov paint pens, and they're not drawing on the waxy surface, which it is a little waxy. Trying to do it in blue because that's my favorite color. And can't really see it much. So I decide to do a little doodling over here where it's a little less waxy. And we'll just give this postage stamp some tassels or something. Or fringe. Fringe. Yeah. There we go. So the next one was to add washi tape, and this is a Tim Holtz washi tape. Kind of matches some of his tissue paper. I really like it, and I don't use it very often. I'm kind of conserving it, but I should use it more often. Had the 3 on there. I figured they were too evenly balanced, so I had to put something else on there. And then I'm like, I've got 4. I can't have 4, so I've got to add something else. You know, we have to have a 5th piece. So I have to have my odd number. I don't know. Let's tear off that edge that folded over. So there we go. And then the next prompt was to add circles, so we've got blue going on. I'll just add some more blue. And it's just craft paint I'm using. This is the paper roll. And I really have to restrain myself because I can get way too carried away with making marks. Because I have way too much fun, and then it's just overloaded. And the last prompt is to add a few geometric shapes. So I try with the white pen, but it's the Uniball Signo pen, but that waxy surface is just not working. So out comes the Sharpie poster paint pen, and it works, just not as thin as I would like it. So I just start putting geometric shapes around the border. So triangles, squares, and circles. When I did that, it reminded me of, like, you know, the Greek clubs in college, like the Alpha, Delta, Chi. And here I'm just adding some more paint to the edges. I really want that edge dark. You know, I kept trying and it kept staying light, so I decided to add paint right to the edge. That was a quick little page. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and comment. I'd love to hear your comments. And if you like what you see and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.